everybody, my name is Rachel. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I am 34 weeks pregnant. Check her out. Look at that little gal. Woohoo! So as I'm getting closer now to giving birth, of course, the anxiety of it all is starting to rise. And so that's what we're going to discuss today. This video here is something that is very personal to me because it's something that I'm currently struggling with a little bit. The whole just anxieties of getting closer to labor and just dealing with all that. Whether if you are a first-time mom and are just worried about the unknown, that is completely normal. Or if you're a second-time mom like myself and are just a little bit afraid because you had a bit of a traumatic experience already before and don't want that to happen again. And that is what I'm dealing with right now. I'll give you a little bit of a background as to my first birth with my daughter Mila. It was only 2 years ago. She's 2.5 now, so it was not a very long time ago. I went in feeling extremely confident, just feeling very empowered and just feeling like a boss. And unfortunately, the birth did not go the way I had thought it would, but nonetheless, it was an absolute beautiful experience. Now, everything that I share with you guys, including my story and everything, and things that I choose to do this time around and things that are going to help me and I feel that are helping me, may not be something that help you and will not be your birth experience either, and it won't be my birth experience this next time around because every birth is absolutely different. So just keep that in mind. A couple days before I went into labor, about 36 hours prior to that, my mucus plug came out. And I had my doctor's appointment. They checked me and did the whole membrane scraping and all that. I had it done like a couple times. I was only 2.5 centimeters at that time. So I went into labor and I labored for altogether 16 hours and things were not progressing at all. So like at the 14-hour mark, my nurse said, we're going to go ahead and start giving you Pitocin. Well, the thing is that they gave me a lot of Pitocin, like just big amounts. And the reason why I had said okay and kind of caved for it as well is because out of fear. I was fearful because I really liked my nurse. She was taking really good care of me and she was going to be getting off, that evening. And so she's just like, let's get this baby out. Let's get, everything going. So that is like the first reason why I said, okay, well, I'll go ahead and, do the Pitocin. Unfortunately, things were not progressing. So there was, she was starting to give me just more and more. And it was to the point to where it was just like hitting a brick wall over and over again. The contractions were just coming and coming and coming with just stronger and stronger without like any time in between. And so it was just like really hard and it became very hard to cope with. I was not dilating because my body was not able to rest and to relax. So then because of that, they said, okay, well, we're going to need to give you the epidural. This is when the doctor came in and she said, your body's not relaxing, so you're going to continue to go at this pace and you won't be able to dilate. So I caved once again and said, okay, I'll go ahead and get the epidural. Now, these are things that I went in planning on not doing at all. And like, if these are things that you decide to do and what you feel is best for you, then by all means do that. Like, I'm not knocking that at all. But this is just like my personal experience and what I did not want to do. So I said, okay, fine, I'll get the epidural. And when I did get the epidural, the anesthesiologist came in and first they do like the numbing needle and then after that they'll do like the epidural. Well, when he put the numbing needle in me, it was the most agonizing pain ever because he didn't do it right. It's, from what I understand, it's really not supposed to hurt at all. It's supposed to, just feel like a regular shot, a pinch, and that's it. So he had to adjust it like 3 or 4 times and I was just crying in tears, and that was like the first time that I broke down and cried because I was tough through it all and I didn't shed a tear. But as soon as like that needle went in, it was just absolutely awful. So then after he put the numbing needle in me and finally got that situated, then it was time for the epidural needle. Well, I still felt it all, and he didn't do it right, so he again had to adjust the epidural 3 or 4 times too. So I got poked a total of like 7 times. That was really scary. That was really hard. Just that alone in itself. And I felt the epidural needle in me like the whole entire time. Now, with the epidural, it did numb me like from the waist down, but I still felt my contractions. But at this point, they were still manageable. And so my body was able to relax a little bit more, and I was able to dilate and get things moving. And they did progress pretty quickly after that. And the whole experience of it afterwards was just absolutely beautiful. They put a mirror in front of me so I was able to see and gauge what was going on. I really liked that, and I'll be doing that again. I pushed her out, and my husband caught her. He put her on my chest, and it was just such a great experience. We did the delay cord clamping, which we will be doing again too. And it was just awesome. So, once your baby comes out, all that pain and everything, it just completely just disappears. It totally does. But now that I am going to give birth again and have to go through the whole entire process, all these fears are starting to just come back up, and it's just scary. Like, it honestly is. And that's natural. It's a natural thing. All of us are, we go through these emotions, some more than others, but we all experience them to a certain degree or level. What I feel that has really been helping me out, and that could help you guys out as well, is talking about your fears. Like, talk about your fears and what you're afraid of, and just any complications that you're worried might happen, or just any fears. This way, you get them off your chest, and it just really helps to just alleviate some of the anxieties going on. Talk with your partner, your mom, your friend, your doctor. Pray. I do a lot of praying. I pray every single morning about this situation. I say in the morning because that's like when I have my quiet time with God. As soon as I wake up in the morning, I read my Bible and I pray. And so this is just like something that I pray about, and I do throughout the day. And it's really helping. It really is. But of course, there's still a little bit of fear and doubt that creeps in, and it'll continually creep in, and then I just continue to pray and pray and pray, and continue to talk to my husband and my mom about what I'm afraid of and what's going on, and that has been helping out a lot. Now, another thing that helps out too is educating yourself on birth and labor. Even if this isn't your first time around, it still helps to read different resources, watch different videos. There's tons of YouTube videos out there with different experiences that moms have had. And to me, that really helps me out a lot. And like, if you guys have a trigger, that's something that, scares you, perhaps like watching videos of moms screaming, or seeing videos that say like how I survived childbirth, or, like, anything that's a negative, if that's like a trigger for you, stay away from it. Like, don't entertain any negativity in your mind. Like, continue to have positivity in your mind, and just go into it with the mindset that I can do this. Like, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. And just having that mentality really gears you up for what is to come. Because honestly, like, we can do this. Like, we can handle it. Like, our bodies were created to do this. Like, we were created to do this. And so we have the ability to. It's just like mind over matter, as I'm telling you guys this stuff, I'm also reminding myself of this stuff too, because this is stuff I have to remind myself on a daily basis to just help gear myself up for what's to come. Now, if you're afraid of dealing with the pain, because let's be honest, like, that's the most like scary part of it all. Like, I feel you, like, I totally do. Like, just know that, it's not just a constant pain. Like, you will have time in between each contraction, and just go into each contraction with the mentality of like no fear. Like choose to go through each contraction as you go through them, and release all that fear. Like just take one at a time. And like the contraction will like it'll peak, and like the peak will probably be for like a good like 10 seconds, and then it'll go down. So it's not like it's just like a constant steady pain. It's something that you can manage. You can manage through breathing. Breathing is so important. Like learning different breathing exercises, practicing them with your partner. There's a lot of different positions, birthing positions that you might want to like look up and educate yourself on, so you can like know and refer back to them to know like, okay, I'm going to try this one, I'm going to try this one. And like, I'll know which one works best for you, what feels like most comfortable and natural. And this way, your body can just do what it's meant to do, what it's supposed to do to help get baby out. One thing I definitely won't be doing this time around is I will not allow them to give me Pitocin. This is my personal choice. I won't allow them to give me Pitocin, like under no circumstance. And the epidural, it's kind of like, oh gosh, like I won't be doing that either. And it's really due to my experience from beforehand. Like just the fear of it going wrong again is just like kind of gets me anxious, because it's like, the pain is it's a scary thing. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you, it's something that I don't want to go through. So it's just like I feel like I have no choice but to just kind of like face it and go through it, because like the alternative of having an epidural just like didn't work out at all for me, and ended up being more painful, and has kind of left me also with like a lot of back pain as well. So it's just like I don't even have like that alternative to turn to. Like that's how I feel because of what happened. So I won't be doing that either. So I know I can do this. I'm just going to, just be prayed up and just go in with that mindset that I can do it, and just know that this is something that I can deal with. Stay focused during labor. Breathe out any tension. Don't hold any tension in your body. Like that makes it 10 times worse, and just doesn't it works against you and doesn't allow like your body to relax and to do its own thing. Like I was doing really good with all these things that I'm telling you, like before the Pitocin. Like I was doing really good at all of it. It was just like I wasn't progressing, and like fear got a hold of me, as I didn't want my nurse to leave me. And so yeah, that's why I caved and decided to do the Pitocin. And that was my downfall. So I mean, these things that I'm sharing with you, like these are things that I have tried and that I was doing beforehand, and what I will be doing again, because they do truly help. So just like focus on your breathing and releasing all tension, and it does truly help you out a lot. I will be taking my diffuser in again. I had a diffuser in the birth room last time, and I had some lavender and peppermint going, and that really helped out too. That just helped soothe and calm my nerves, like the lavender to calm my nerves, and the peppermint to just help like the awareness. And it also helped like with the nausea, because when you like go through so much pain, it can just like make your stomach like cringe and not feel too well. So that really helped out a lot. That's something I will be doing again as well. Also, music really helps out. So you could either, make a playlist for yourself, or you could do like a Pandora radio station, or anything that works for you. And this is little Miss Mila Janae. She is my 2-year-old, and I love her so much. She is so excited for her baby sister to come, and like she really gives me like so much strength and inspiration that I can do it again. Like she's so pumped up for the whole birth, and always asking me like, can I help you push the baby out? I'm just like, I totally wish you could. But yeah, she's my little rock. I'm not the rock. You are. Remember, as you are in labor, to not just lay there. Don't just like stay parked on your bed. Like get up and move around, because the more you move around, it'll help bring the baby down and just get things really moving, and just help them move along a lot quicker. Just know that your body will do most of the work, and like your body knows what to do. Like just trust yourself, trust your body, trust your instincts, and don't let anybody, tell you what to do or force you into something that you're not okay with. Like, go in knowing what you want, and of course be flexible because things change, and be flexible, like, and easy with yourself. Don't beat yourself up. That's, kind of how I felt when I had to get like the epidural. I right away felt defeated. And if it's like something that you have to do, just do it. Go with it, because we will ultimately, like, we write a birth plan, we have a birth plan in our head, and it doesn't always turn out that way. So be flexible. But at the same time, have a voice and don't lose your voice. Everybody that's around you is there to support you. Remember that your doctor and all those nurses were hired there to help you. So they need to be there to help you and support you, and not, tear you down by telling you, like, don't try and be so brave. Or I don't remember how one of the nurses had told me, like, you're not going to be a hero, or I don't know. That was one of them. That was one of them that came after. And it wasn't like that they were like so mean. It was just like kind of like something defeating to say to me. Just don't lose your voice and know what you want, and just know that everybody around you is there for your support. And if they are not being supportive, whether if it's like a family member or something that is there, or just have them leave. Like, it might sound really mean and rude, but this is your experience, and nobody should take this away from you in any way, shape, or form. And if you're not comfortable with somebody being there, because that's what I see in a lot of the like groups that I'm in on my birthing apps, I oftentimes see that girls are like, well, my husband or significant other wants his mom and his grandma or his aunt and sister and this person in the room, and I'm not okay with that. Make sure that you have only the people in the room that you want there, and don't feel bullied, because this is your birth experience, and don't let them take that away from you, because that alone will cause you anxiety, and that's anxiety and stress that you don't need, that baby doesn't need, that nobody needs. Thank you guys so much for taking the time to watch this video. I really hope it helped you guys out, and it is also helping me out too. Like, this video isn't just for you guys, it's for me too. Like, I am sharing with you guys my fears, and this way I'm talking them out and just sharing with you guys, because I know a lot of you are experiencing the exact same thing to a different degree, or maybe in a different roundabout way, but like, we're all going through this together, and it's just really good to have support from other women that are going through it and have experienced it, instead of just hearing it from somebody that thinks they know what they're talking about but hasn't really experienced it. So I just just wanted to share with you all like how I felt, what I was going through, my mindset, and just like how I am going to cope and how I am coping with these anxieties and fears, and things that I have done in the past that I will be doing differently, and things I will not be doing too. Please share with me also if you have any ideas or tips and tricks and ways that you are coping with it as well, or have coped with it in the past. I'd love to hear them. And also, it's great to share, because you're not only sharing with me, you're sharing with others too, reading down in the comments. So it's really helpful. Like, we all have to be there for each other and help each other out, because our birth experiences are all different, and they're all different. They're all so unique, and even with like the same person, each birth is a different experience, and it won't be the same. So prayerfully, things will not be the same, and I know they won't. Like, my last experience will not be the same as this experience, and my last experience won't be the same as your experience. So just keep that in mind, and you're going to do great. Like, I'm going to do good, you're going to do good. And the main thing is that at the end of this all, we're going to have beautiful babies, and and nothing else will matter at that point. All right, well, thank you so much for watching this video. Please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe down below. Also, share with a friend and leave me a comment. All right, you guys, God bless and take care. Bye.